That little voice inside your head, the one that sometimes whispers you're not good enough, or that you are scared, or that you need to be perfect to be loved. Have you ever wondered where it comes from? So many of us walk around as adults, carrying old hurts, unmet needs, and quiet fears from our childhood, often without even realizing how much they still shape our lives today. You might feel stuck in certain patterns, or find yourself overreacting to situations. Or perhaps there's a part of you that just feels a bit empty or unseen. What if I told you that the key to unlocking so much of your adult happiness, peace, and true self lies in gently turning towards that younger part of you? Today, we are not just going to talk about understanding your inner child. We are going to take the next most important step. We are going to learn how to actively heal and nurture that precious inner child. This is about learning how to reparent yourself with all the love, compassion, and understanding you might have needed more of back then. This is your journey to wholeness, and it starts now. We have talked before about what the inner child is, that part of you that holds all the emotions, memories, beliefs, and unmet needs from your childhood. We've seen how this inner child can influence our adult lives in so many ways, often showing up when we least expect it, through strong emotional reactions or old, unhelpful patterns. Understanding this is so important, but understanding is just the beginning. A real transformation, the deep healing, comes when we move from just knowing about our inner child to actively connecting with it, listening to it, and giving it what it truly needs now. This is what we mean when we talk about healing the inner child. It is an active process of self-nurturing. It is about becoming the wise, loving, and supportive parent to yourself that perhaps you always longed for. This is not about blaming anyone from your past. It is about taking responsibility for your own healing and happiness today. It is about recognizing that you, as the capable adult you are now, have the power to give that younger part of you what it needs to finally feel safe, loved, and whole. This journey of inner child healing can be one of the most profound and rewarding experiences of your life. It can help you to release old pain, to understand yourself more deeply, to build stronger self-esteem, and to bring so much more joy and authenticity into your everyday life. Many skilled people have found this path to be truly life-changing. So, let's explore some practical steps you can take to begin this beautiful process of nurturing and healing your inner child. The very first step in healing your inner child is learning how to connect with it and listen to what it has to say. That younger part of you has been waiting a long time to be heard, to be understood. It has so much wisdom to share with you if you are willing to tune in. But how do you do that? It might sound a bit strange at first, talking to a part of yourself, but there are some simple and gentle ways to start making that connection. One very powerful method is journaling from your inner child's perspective. This means you get a notebook and a pen, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed, and you consciously invite your inner child to speak through your writing. You might start by asking your inner child a question, like, "Little one, how are you feeling today?" Or, "What do you need from me right now?" Or, "What are you scared of?" And then you just let your hand write whatever comes. Don't judge it. Don't edit it. Don't worry if it sounds childish or silly. That's the whole point. You are trying to hear the voice of that younger part of you. Your inner child might express sadness or anger or fear. It might talk about old memories. It might tell you about things it really wanted or needed back then. Just let it all come out onto the paper. This kind of journaling can be incredibly revealing. It can help you understand so much about your own feelings and behaviors as an adult. It is a way to give your inner child a voice, a safe space to finally express itself. Many people find this to be a very moving and healing practice. Try to do it regularly, even if just for a few minutes. Another wonderful way to connect and listen is through guided meditation. Now, we are not going to do a full meditation here in this video, but I can describe the idea so you can find one or even create your own. An inner child healing meditation often involves closing your eyes, taking some deep breaths to relax, and then imagining yourself going to a safe, peaceful place. In that safe place, you imagine meeting your inner child. You might see yourself as a child of a certain age, Maybe an age when you were going through something difficult, or an age when you felt particularly vulnerable. Once you can see or sense your inner child in your imagination, you just approach it with kindness and love. You might sit with it. You might ask it how it is feeling. You might ask it what it needs. And then you just listen. Listen with your heart. Your inner child might not speak in words. It might show you feelings or images or sensations in your body. The important thing is to be open and receptive. In the meditation, you can offer your inner child comfort. You can give it a hug. You can tell it that it is safe now, that you, the adult, are here to take care of it. You can tell it that it is loved and valued. This kind of inner child meditation can be incredibly powerful for healing old wounds and building a loving connection with that younger part of yourself. It helps you learn how to feel safe and nurture your inner child from within. There are many guided meditations available online specifically for inner child healing, and exploring them can be a wonderful support on your journey. Whether you choose journaling or meditation, or perhaps even just quiet reflection, the key is to create a regular practice of tuning in. Make a commitment to listen to that younger part of you with an open heart and without judgment. Your inner child has so much to tell you, and listening is the first act of love and healing you can offer. As you begin to connect with your inner child and listen to its feelings and needs, another crucial part of the healing process is practicing self-compassion. This is so important. Self-compassion simply means treating yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and support that you would offer to a good friend who is hurting or struggling. Many of us are very good at being compassionate to others, but we are very hard on ourselves. When we are healing our inner child, we need to turn that kindness inward. Think about it. That little child part of you might be carrying a lot of pain, a lot of fear, or a lot of sadness from the past. When these old feelings come up, as they often do when you start this work, our first instinct might be to criticize ourselves, or to tell ourselves to just get over it, or to feel ashamed of our feelings. But that is not what your inner child needs. Your inner child needs your compassion. It needs your understanding. It needs you to be a safe and loving presence for it. So how do you practice self-compassion in action, especially when those difficult inner child feelings arise? One way is through comforting self-talk. This means consciously changing the way you speak to yourself inside your head. When you notice that old critical voice starting up, or when you feel overwhelmed by a painful emotion, try to speak to yourself as you would to a scared or hurting child. You might say things like, "It's okay to feel this way. This is a really hard feeling, and I understand why you're upset." Or, "I know you're scared right now, little one, but I am here with you. You are safe. We will get through this together." Or, "You are so brave for feeling this. I am proud of you for letting yourself feel." This kind of gentle, reassuring self-talk can be incredibly soothing to your inner child. It helps to counteract any old messages of criticism or dismissal it might have received. Another key part of self-compassion in action is acknowledging your pain without judgment. This means allowing yourself to feel whatever emotions come up without telling yourself that you shouldn't feel that way, or that your feelings are wrong or too much. So often, as children, we might have been told not to cry or not to be angry or that our feelings didn't matter. So, we learned to push them down or judge them. As adults healing our inner child, we need to do the opposite. We need to create a safe space inside ourselves where all feelings are welcome. When sadness comes, let yourself feel sad. When anger comes, acknowledge the anger without necessarily acting it out harmfully. When fear comes, allow yourself to feel the fear. Just by acknowledging the pain, by saying to yourself, "Yes, this hurts," or "Yes, I am feeling scared," without adding any judgment, you are giving your inner child a powerful message. Your feelings matter. I see you. I am here with you. This validation is incredibly healing. It is what that younger part of you often longed for. Practicing self-compassion also means being patient with yourself. Healing the inner child is a journey, not a race. There will be good days and there will be challenging days. There will be times when you feel like you are making great progress, and times when old patterns or fears resurface. That is all part of the process. Be kind to yourself through it all. Don't expect perfection. Just keep showing up for yourself with as much love and understanding as you can. This consistent kindness is what helps your inner child truly begin to heal and trust that it is safe with you now. This is a core part of how to nurture your inner child. Now, let's talk about something really fun and joyful. An essential part of healing and nurturing your inner child is reclaiming play and joy in your life. Think about what children love to do. They love to play. They love to be creative. They love to explore and be curious. They love to laugh and be silly. These are all natural expressions of a happy, healthy child. But as we grow up, many of us lose touch with these playful, joyful parts of ourselves. We get busy with adult responsibilities. We start to take life very seriously. We might even start to believe that play is only for kids or that it's a waste of time. But your inner child still craves play. It still longs for joy and self-expression. And when you make time for these things in your adult life, you are giving your inner child a wonderful gift. You are telling it that it's okay to have fun, to be lighthearted, to explore, and to just be. This can be incredibly healing, especially if your childhood was difficult or if you didn't get enough opportunities for free, joyful play. So what does it mean to reclaim play and joy as an adult? It means consciously incorporating activities into your life purely for the fun of it, for the sheer enjoyment, without any other goal or purpose. It's about doing things that make your heart feel light and happy, things that your inner child would love. What did you love to do as a child? Try to remember. Did you love to draw or paint? Did you love to dance or sing? Did you love to build things with blocks or play make-believe? Did you love to be out in nature, exploring and getting dirty? Think about those things that brought you pure joy as a kid, and then see if you can find ways to bring some of those activities back into your life now in an adult-friendly way. Maybe you can take a painting class or just get some crayons and a coloring book. Maybe you can put on some music and dance around your living room when no one is watching. Maybe you can join a sports team just for fun, not to be competitive. Maybe you can go for a walk in the park and really notice the trees and the flowers like you did when you were little. Maybe you can build something with your hands, like a model airplane or a piece of furniture. Reclaiming play also means giving yourself permission to be silly sometimes, to laugh out loud, to not always be so serious and responsible. It means allowing yourself to be curious and to try new things, just for the sake of learning and exploring, without worrying about whether you are good at them or not. Self-expression is also a huge part of this. Your inner child often has a lot of creativity bottled up inside. Finding ways to express that creativity can be so healing and joyful. This could be through writing, or music, or acting, or gardening, or cooking, or any activity that allows you to express who you are and what you feel. It doesn't matter if you think you are good at it. The process of creating, of expressing yourself, is what matters. That is what feeds your inner child. When you make time for play, joy, and self-expression, you are nurturing that vibrant, alive part of yourself. You are telling your inner child that its needs for fun and creativity are important. This can bring so much energy and happiness into your life. It can help you feel more connected to yourself and to the world around you. So make a commitment to bring more play into your life. Your inner child will thank you for it. Many skilled people find that this reconnects them to a vital source of energy. Another very important way to nurture and protect your inner child is by setting healthy boundaries in your adult life. This might not sound as fun as play, but it is absolutely essential for creating a sense of safety and well-being for that vulnerable younger part of you. Think of boundaries as creating a safe and loving space around yourself, a space where your inner child can feel protected from harm or overwhelm. What are boundaries? Boundaries are limits that you set on how other people can treat you, what you are willing to do, and what you are not willing to do. They are about respecting your own needs, feelings, and energy. Many of us, especially if we had difficult childhoods where our boundaries were not respected, or if we learned to be people pleasers, find it very hard to set boundaries as adults. We might feel guilty saying no. We might worry about upsetting others. We might be afraid of conflict. But when we don't have healthy boundaries, our inner child can often feel overwhelmed, taken advantage of, or unsafe. It's like leaving the door to your house wide open for anyone to just walk in and do whatever they want. That doesn't feel very safe, does it? Your inner child needs to know that you, the capable adult, are there to protect it. And setting boundaries is a powerful way you do that. So what do healthy boundaries look like in action? They can be about your time. For example, saying no to extra commitments when you are already feeling tired and overwhelmed. That is protecting your inner child's need for rest. They can be about your emotions. For example, not allowing someone to constantly dump their negativity on you, or not taking responsibility for other people's feelings. That is protecting your inner child from emotional harm. They can be about your physical space. For example, letting someone know if they are standing too close or touching you in a way that makes you uncomfortable. That is protecting your inner child's physical safety. Setting boundaries can also mean limiting contact with people who are consistently disrespectful, critical, or draining. This can be very hard, especially if those people are family members. But sometimes, to protect your inner child and your own well-being, creating some distance is necessary. Remember, you are not responsible for fixing other people. You are responsible for taking care of yourself. When you start to set healthy boundaries, it might feel uncomfortable at first. Other people, especially those who are used to you not having boundaries, might push back. But it is so important to stay firm, kindly but firmly. You are teaching others how you expect to be treated, and more importantly, you are showing your inner child that you are strong enough to keep it safe. You are saying to that younger part of you, I've got this. I will not let anyone hurt you or overwhelm you anymore. This builds a deep sense of trust and safety within yourself. It is a profound act of self-love and a crucial part of how to feel safe and nurture your inner child. Many skilled people see boundary setting as a vital life skill. We have talked about connecting with your inner child, practicing self-compassion, reclaiming play, and setting boundaries. All of these are powerful ways to nurture and heal that younger part of yourself. Now, let's look at another very practical and empowering step, consciously meeting your unmet childhood needs in healthy adult ways. As we discussed earlier, your inner child holds on to any important needs that were not consistently met when you were young. These might be needs for safety, for love and affection, for praise and validation, for being heard and understood, for freedom to explore, or for simply being allowed to be yourself. When these needs were not met, it created a kind of longing, an emptiness within your inner child. And that longing can still be driving many of your behaviors and feelings as an adult, often unconsciously. You might find yourself constantly seeking something outside of yourself to try and fill that old void. The wonderful news is that you, as the capable adult you are now, can learn to meet those old unmet needs for your inner child in healthy and fulfilling ways today. This is a core part of reparenting yourself. It is about finally giving that younger part of you what it always needed. How do you do this? First, you need to identify what some of those key unmet needs might be. Your journaling and your inner child meditations can give you big clues here. What does your inner child often talk about wanting or missing? What feelings keep coming up for you as an adult that might point to an old unmet need? For example, if you often feel very anxious and insecure, maybe your inner child has an unmet need for safety. If you constantly seek approval from others and are terrified of criticism, maybe your inner child has an unmet need for validation and acceptance. If you feel very lonely, even when you're around people, maybe your inner child has an unmet need for deep connection and belonging. Once you start to get an idea of some of your inner child's unmet needs, you can then brainstorm healthy adult ways to start meeting those needs for yourself now. This is not about trying to change the past. You can't do that. It is about giving yourself in the present what was missing back then. Let's take the need for safety. If your inner child often felt unsafe, how can you create more safety for yourself now as an adult? This could mean creating a calm and peaceful home environment. It could mean learning to manage your finances so you feel more secure. It could mean ending relationships that feel emotionally or physically unsafe. It could mean developing self-soothing routines, like taking a warm bath or listening to calming music when you feel anxious. These are adult actions that help your inner child feel safe now. What about the need for validation, for feeling good enough? If your inner child longs for praise, you can learn to give that praise to yourself now. Acknowledge your own efforts and accomplishments, no matter how small. Keep a list of your strengths. Challenge that inner critic that tells you you're not good enough. You can also choose to spend time with people who see your value and appreciate you for who you are, and limit time with those who are overly critical. You are learning to validate yourself from the inside. If your inner child has an unmet need for unconditional love and acceptance, you can work on giving that to yourself through self-compassion. You can practice accepting all parts of yourself, even the parts you don't like so much. You can remind yourself that you are worthy of love just as you are, not because of what you do or achieve. You can also cultivate relationships with people who love and accept you unconditionally. If your inner child needed to be heard and understood, you can make sure you listen to your own feelings and needs now. You can practice expressing yourself authentically with trusted people. You can find friends or therapists who will truly listen to you without judgment. You're giving your inner child the voice it might not have had. If your inner child longed for more freedom to play and explore, you can consciously build more of that into your adult life now, as we talked about earlier. Give yourself permission to have fun, to be creative, to try new things, just for the joy of it. Meeting these old unmet needs is a process. It takes time and conscious effort, but every time you take a step to give that younger part of you what it needed, you are healing something deep inside. You are filling those old empty places with your own adult love, care, and attention. This is incredibly empowering. It helps your inner child to finally relax and feel satisfied. And when your inner child feels good, you, the adult, feel so much better too. This is a very practical way to nurture your inner child. So we have journeyed through some very important and practical steps you can take to begin healing and nurturing your inner child. We have talked about the importance of connecting and listening to that younger part of you through things like journaling and meditation. We've explored how to practice self-compassion in action by using comforting self-talk and acknowledging your pain without judgment. We have celebrated the idea of reclaiming play and joy and self-expression in your adult life. We have understood how setting healthy boundaries is a crucial way to protect your inner child. And we have looked at how you can identify your inner child's unmet needs from the past and start to meet them in healthy, loving ways today. This journey of healing the inner child is one of the most profound and transformative paths to personal growth and wholeness. It is not always an easy path. Sometimes connecting with those old feelings and memories can be painful, but it is so incredibly worth it. Because as you heal that younger part of yourself, you are also healing your adult self. You are freeing yourself from old limitations. You are building a stronger sense of self-love and self-acceptance. You are unlocking more of your natural joy, creativity, and aliveness. And you are creating the possibility for deeper, more authentic, and more loving relationships with others. It is important to remember that this is an ongoing process. It is not something you do once and then you are fixed. It is more like tending a garden. You need to keep watering it, keep giving it sunshine, keep pulling out the weeds. It is a lifelong practice of self-awareness, self-compassion, and self-nurturing. Be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, and celebrate every small step of progress you make along the way. Many skilled people see this as a continuous, beautiful unfolding. We truly hope that this video has given you a clear understanding of some practical steps you can take to nurture your inner child. We hope it has inspired you to begin or to continue this important and healing journey. You deserve to feel whole, happy, and free. And connecting with and healing your inner child is a powerful way to get there. If you found this information valuable, if it touched your heart or sparked an insight for you, we would be so grateful if you would give this video a like. It helps our channel reach more people who might be looking for this kind of support and guidance. And we would love to hear from you in the comments below. What is one way you plan to nurture your inner child this week? Or what was one idea from this video that really resonated with you? Sharing your intentions and insights can be so inspiring for our whole community. Plus, of course, if you want to continue learning with us and receive more insights, tools, and techniques for personal growth, emotional healing, and creating a life you truly love, please make sure you subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll always know when we release new content. We are committed to providing you with practical, empowering information. If you're facing personal struggles and feel you would benefit from a more direct connection, or if you have questions about your specific situation and how these ideas apply to you, please feel free to reach out to us on our Instagram or TikTok. You can find the links in the description below this video. We are here to support you on your path. Thank you so much for joining us today and for your courage in exploring this important work. Remember, nurturing your inner child is an act of profound self-love, and it is the key to unlocking your truest, most joyful self. Take very good care of yourself, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.